Showtime.
All right. So I have James Jones.
James Jones.
And we're gonna do the first episode of what now is tentatively called. This is not a podcast.
It's not a podcast.
It's not.
It's Facebook Live, not a podcast. So we got the title. That title's good. It's not a podcast. Very descriptive. Yeah. I was gonna say two dudes on a bike. That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. The podcast could be.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it could be pretty much anything at this point.
Yeah. There's a cover sword. There's a peace lily. I went to get a plant today, and that's an easy one.
Oh, just to take care of.
Yeah, it's my first plant.
Okay.
I'm trying to get more oxygen in here.
So did you make the decision to enter the plant game today, or was it something about?
No, I've been thinking about it since October.
Oh, okay.
It just takes me a long time to I think about stuff. Like I looked up what plants are good, and then I just went and got one. Like this is one though. Like yeah. What did he say? Like you looked up and said this is a good plant to get. I don't even know. I went there and I was like, man, there's so many of these. I gotta get like a pot for this.
You didn't write it out on the list. Or
I did. I do. I have a list. I have a list. There's notebooks. I got notebooks all over the place. That I just it was getting to me that like I wasn't getting the plants. I just went and got one, but then I didn't want to get over my head with like something hard for my first plant.
Understandable. Yeah, I mean plants are kind of hard. Like I grew up like my father used to do plants a lot. So he had plants all around the house and like they grow and they healthy plants, you know. Just take his time with them and talk to them things and they grow.
Yeah.
Plants are good and brings life to the apartment. Yeah. There's that sword you were talking about, right?
Yeah. No, I made that out of cardboard. I had like a little projector and projected it onto some cardboard and just traced out the pieces.
Cut the cardboard.
Yeah, just a little X-Acto knife, some 3M spray adhesive.
I ain't never think about building a knife. That's I don't know. Thought about plant before when I built a knife.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Do you? As I see a lot of Fort Bragg stuff and all that.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, like I really like maps. I really like knowing where I am. Like I like to be able to close my eyes and think about where I'm on that. I mean, we're not on that map.
No, I was gonna say not that.
Yeah.
But if we are, that'd be awesome. Then we teleport.
Yeah.
We at Fort Bragg now. No, I didn't remember going there.
You know, you ever been there?
You talking about Fayetteville? No, yeah. I've been, I guess, around it because it's 95. The only way I know Fayetteville because that's the city you go like straight. City that you go straight right through.
Yeah.
Without, if you don't have to stop, you don't want to. Yeah. That's one thing I know about Fayetteville. Same thing about Lumberton too. Like those towns that like there's no beach around. It's like not like a tourist town. So,
yeah. I don't really think you go to Lumberton or Fayetteville unless you have to.
Yeah, exactly. It's a very specific reason to go to Fayetteville, North Carolina.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not taking summer vacation in Lumberton, Pembroke, ain't doing that. There's a lot of towns like that. I'm from South Carolina, so I most definitely get it. I'm from like right there, Little River, right before you get to Myrtle Beach.
Oh yeah.
Little River is the Fayetteville of destinations investigates. Yeah.
Oh.
We do have the casino boats though, so a lot of people come to have a casino boat, which is weird, but.
Is that some kind of? Is there some kind of ordinance or something to where they have to have like the casino on the boat?
They do the we're gonna go on the international water trade. So they so you can obviously board the boat right there in Little River, but then they just go like 3 miles out or some shit, and then now you can gamble, which is I always thought it was kind of a weird rule. I mean, you can still see the boat.
Yeah.
Like,
sometimes I don't understand laws like that. Like you don't want people to gamble, but they're gonna gamble. Like
and
they're gonna get on a boat.
Yeah,
they're gonna get on a boat to go out in the ocean to gamble. Like they're gonna do it.
They were upfront and honest the entire time. Like, look, this is a gambling boat. We're gonna go all the way. We go 3 miles. We'll go gambling. You can even see the boat. You just can't see the gambling. I mean, unless you got binoculars or something. I don't know. So there's a lot of investment to see if they do what they say they're doing out there. I've been on it once. Like I'm not a big gambler, so I've been on that boat once, and I've been to Cherokee once. Which Cherokee is a dry like casino, so you can't drink. So if you don't really gamble, it's like a bus station at that point. You know what I mean? Like it's kind of boring, but the boat I've been out there, and it's not that bad. Like I know people get sick if they get motion sick to go that far out, but it's really not that far. But I don't know. I don't want to bore you with how interesting the casino boat business is. I don't know. This is gonna be it's gonna be a weird conversation.
Yeah. I mean, well, that's kind of the stuff that that's what I like. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know these people, so it'll be all right.
I don't. there's comments and stuff.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to get up and read.
Kevin, you have always been so talented. Is that right?
I don't know. I don't think anybody would say that. Sometimes I've done these before, and like I get distracted like reading people's comments.
Oh yeah.
So I guess we can come back. I want to come back and read them in a little bit, but like otherwise I just get.
I do see somebody had mentioned lottery, but yeah, lottery is gambling.
I can pull this up on. I can read it from right here.
It's most definitely gambling. And they see you gambling, especially when they be doing a scratch off right when you behind them. It's the time for them to scratch off shit. I get mad at gas stations. There's no etiquette. There's no etiquette.
Oh no, I'm doing that thing where I don't know how to say that. I just want to turn it down. Okay, I just wanted to read the comments. Okay.
We're reading comments.
Okay, we're reading comments now. Yeah, Catherine Miller says, you've always been so talented. We're just making this up. The real talent, I've tried to do this by myself, and it's super boring. But I think this is the key here is to get
another person so that you can bounce stuff off of instead of just, it's kind of hard to go on Facebook Live by yourself and say things. Because then it's just like, you know what I mean? Like you're like looking at yourself. It's just a weird situation. Just talking to you, so that's all it is.
You have really good vision.
To be
like I can that's like super blurry to me.
It's getting like that's one good thing I'm happy about right now at 38 is that I can still kind of make out most of that without putting reading glasses on and shit. The second one I can't. International waters, it's 12 miles.
12 miles out
for international waters.
Yeah, the water is legal gambling. Yeah, it's so weird. Like what's legal, what's illegal.
Well, people just make believe laws because if you go to I go to the gas station or a grocery store, get scratch off or play the lottery, yet I can't play poker. You know what I mean? Like legally play poker or legally do slots now then again they do have those gaming. Do they still have those gaming little stores where you go in?
I've seen them. They have like it's you're pretty much playing poker, but it's just like a machine. It's got like the buttons.
And they give you like a little prize or a ticket or some shit, and then like that's how they get away with gambling. Like
it's like an extra step.
Yeah, it's just an extra step. Which if you just took away the original step, then people just gamble. Like why not? Shit. They're doing it anyway. Like they're gambling no matter what you do. They're gambling. I don't know. I'm for gambling. I'm for casinos. Anything that can just generate money, like especially for like an area like Wilmington, I mean, shit. Unless they could bring an Amazon here. That would be nice.
Yeah.
Like bring an Amazon distribution center or something. We're brainstorming. This is the political part of it.
Oh yeah.
Local politics here in Wilmington.
Oh, it's weird. Yeah. It's weird here the way because they don't. You can't change anything. Like, you can't change a building. Like you can't paint. It's like I'm exaggerating, but like it's like once you can't paint the walls on your own, like a building you own, like sometimes like you can't take a screw out or put a screw in without having like a city council meeting over it, like permits and waivers and stuff to like redo like the plumbing and wiring in a house. Like,
I mean, you can still do it, but it's probably illegal to go the right way.
Oh man,
I think a lot of historical like Charleston. I know like you have some like especially some places you have to paint the house a certain color and stuff like that. Yeah. If it's crappy, like how long are you gonna hold on to a crappy building? You know what I mean? Like, you gonna sit there and let the bricks fall off and now that kind of stuff and the painting be spackled and big parts. I don't know. I guess it adds to like the antique look or ruggedness overall appeal of Wilmington, North Carolina. I don't know. It's weird. Like I guess it's history here, but like I don't know if it's like monument history, but I don't know, ancient history. United States like history. Like, if you take off a screw off the wall, that's affecting something big. I don't know.
No, it's weird. It's like it's definitely like there's a problem with bureaucracy. I mean, not just here. I mean, everywhere. But like,
well, it's the extra step again. Like it's literally the extra step. Like you have to go from all right, this is what I'm doing, and I have the finances to do it, to now going in front of a committee of people who are not giving you money to do it, but telling you if you can or can't. You know, it's like asking your parents about a car when you're 40. You know what I mean? Like they're not. It's just opinion at that point. They're not going to really contribute to it. But it's kind of weird. It's just I think if you buy a piece of property, I think you should be able to do what you want to with it.
Yeah,
I mean
that's the idea of having. To me, that's the point. That's like between renting and owning. Like this is mine. I should be able to do what I want with this.
I think so. I mean,
yeah.
If not, then why not just continue to rent? I mean, that makes more sense at that point. Just the way it is. You do the music thing, right?
I'm kind of taking a break from playing with other musicians right now. I mean, I could get into it.
With like, sir, we can most definitely get into it. Yeah, we're sure they're not gonna have a problem.
No, it's just spending a lot of time working on like other people's projects and then not working on my own.
Yeah.
Like the past 2 years, it's just I got like obsessed with like staying. I kind of want to do like air quotes like productive. Like I'm always doing stuff. Like I gotta be doing something. I'm doing something creative. I'm doing something to make money. I'm doing something for some sort of professional development, whether I'm actually making money at it or not. And I got really burnt out. I'm going to school for music, which is kind of weird. Like I'm just going. Like I'm just kind of going for the GI Bill right now, and I had to like pick a major, and I was like, I can do music. Like I already know that.
Just do what I enjoy.
So like I'm taking guitar right now, which is really weird because I've been playing guitar for like 20 years.
And, like, how do they do? Like are they surprised by your ability? Did you go?
No, I've been trying to like.
You didn't lie. You could just lie. I'm like I'm a beginner. I've never picked. I've never seen the guitar before.
I didn't want to I was trying to not lie. I was getting tricky with it. Like I didn't want to lie. Like I didn't want to say like I've never played guitar before. But like, are you a beginner? Are you like how long you been like? And I was just kind of getting like fed in some bullshit. Like well, it's kind of skill level is kind of subjective. Like as far as this class is concerned, like I'm a beginner because it's like finger picking. Okay. So like I don't really like I can like pick really fast with like a plastic pick, but like using my fingers, like I'm like not chord. It's like I might as well be flipping the guitar around and like this hand's good. I know all the chords and I can play scales up and down without looking, but this is messing me up. But the first like month of the class, like I was like faking, like I didn't know what was going on, and like I think the instructor kind of like started like the questions I was asking and stuff I was talking about in class. He was like, you know how to, you know, I think it's like
it's almost like you've been playing for 20 years.
Yeah. So like now I have to practice. Like
But you like, but you're talking about like the rudimentary, just finger picking and gotcha.
But he's gonna expect me to like actually practice stuff, like, because this ain't like my like chords and playing stuff. He's gonna expect me to put more work into this now. So kind of my plan was foiled. Like I was trying to pick easy classes.
And just that way you can just fit in and be like, okay, he's not gonna expect too much, and you just get through it. What you gonna do with it? I mean, like, are you just gonna have a degree on the wall, or are you gonna like teach? Or
I might end up both of those. I might end up doing. Okay. It's like I'm just going to school. Like I'm burnt out. Like I was working a lot. Like I was teaching like surf lessons, and like I'm okay. Like I can surf, but like especially surfing. I surfed a little bit this winter, and kind of like the touristy, like there's no one out there that isn't out there to
actually
so like seeing like people that actually surf, and just like people like do it. Like I went out Saturday, and this guy I saw a guy like he's on a wave, and he like switched stances. Like he was facing this way, then he like did like that, like on the board.
The board is just going on the water. He just switching.
But then he did like he like switched. He did like almost like do you skate? You're familiar with like skate stuff?
So you can tell by my athletic build. I do a lot of stuff. No, I don't really mess with the skating. I don't mess with the skating with the skate park. And then
do you know like what a shove it is?
Almost. I play Tony Hawk.
Yeah. So you skate. That's you don't talk about. Yeah, starts on a conversation. Yeah, gotcha. You probably know more.
The Tony Hawk, the game, not the. Just play the game.
Yeah.
Learning that shit.
He did like a half shove it, and then like did like another shove it.
Yeah.
And then like I'm supposed to be teaching people how to, and like I'm just like my mind's blown. I guess.
But like, did they come to like learn? Because I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's.
But that seemed like something more like, okay, I learned the basics. I went on vacation to the Wrightsville Beach. Learn the vacation, the basis of it, and then over time and years, I taught myself how to shove it on water in the ocean.
Yeah,
in wintertime.
I guess the kids that I'm teaching don't know that like.
They learning the
but
basics.
To me, I feel like, oh my god.
Why don't you just teach them to the ability where they can like take it there?
I do. I've had like some adult students to where like I told them I was like, you need a better surf instructor.
Sorry, I bless you with this knowledge. Continue to find your master.
Yeah.
They do that in kung fu movies. Usually in kung fu movies where like I can only take you this far.
Yeah.
Now the rest is up to you. Like Enter the Last Dragon, they did it. You remember Last Dragon?
I've seen it. I can't quote it or anything.
Reach the final level. But his master was like basically tricked him. He was like, you got to go find the master. He's gonna be in this part of New York, and then the whole thing was like, you're the true master because you learned this shit, and then now you're extra and you're glowing and stuff when you fight people. But that's like the surf lesson. Like that dude was doing the shove it. He took the time to practice and over again. He got to that level and he learned. I don't think there's any teacher that's gonna get out there and be like, something, try this trick. Yeah. I want one less student now. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that's how I look at it. Like that's pretty fucked up and dangerous stuff.
Well, well, kind of the reason I was kind of getting into that is because I was spending a lot of time. So I was getting in arguments with. I'm separated, so like I'm not like. She doesn't live here. I have my son. I'm the one, like, I take him to daycare, pick him up and stuff. She sees him as much as she can. She works a lot. But like, it was one of the things we fought about was, like I'm surfing for myself. And I'm like, I'm surfing because, like, I gotta, like, try not to, like, I'm trying to feel like a legit instructor, you know?
Training.
Yeah. And then, but, like, she would say that, but then, like, we're gonna eat dinner with my surf tip money. Like, I'm surfing for me. Like, I'm surfing for, you know. But like, I don't know. Sometimes I think people get mad when people figure out how to be happy. I think that's like, well, there's stupid laws.
That's a stupid law. It's an extra step. I have to like, well, okay, well then now you're saying, okay, now for me to be happy, you have to be happy. That's the gambling boat. We're bringing it all full circle now. Okay, yeah. So I can gamble as long as I buy it from your convenience stores and do it your way, because you're happy because you're making money. But like if we have this underground poker ring over here off of Gordon Road, that's illegal now because you don't get no other money. That's exactly because if they ain't happy, no one's happy, and everybody gotta be happy.
Everybody, I think most people want to be happy, and everybody's got to pay their bills and shit. So like we're all trying to do that. But I think there's some people in the world that are they're miserable, and the closest thing to happiness they can attain is making other people as miserable.
And like, you know my ex, I appreciate you knowing her and meeting her. I mean, that's awesome. I have an ex like this. I was goddamn. It's the truth though. Like why? All right, look, your life is better than my life in all, like on paper and issues like that, right? So if your life is better than my life, and I find something that makes me happy that I can do, that I have a talent level to do, and I pursue it, why wouldn't you just say, okay, go? As long as I take care of what I need to take care of, but go. And I'll just sit over here and I'll leave you alone, let you be happy in your little world, because they are miserable and they're rather just, this is a part, I think it's a part of some people, like if I can just tear them away from it, and they get like extra energy and power from it. Because I think some people just that sick. I really do.
It is. It's like a glitch. It's like a sickness. It's an illness.
Maybe that's their talent. Maybe there's their talent to. To me, it seems like it take a lot of energy. You know what I mean? To nag or to say negative shit, or you know what I mean? Like it's just too much energy that I think you put out. And like if I'm spending my time trying to stop you from doing something, that means I'm not doing shit.
It blows my mind.
It does. It's really crazy. I was thinking about this the last few days. I'm like, dude, like why? Cause you know how you want to open the door back up for some reason, like with an X, you want to open it up a little bit,
just to see,
just to see. Okay, well maybe James grown. Maybe it was, you know, like maybe I'm at a different place, and maybe this person. Cause you only see the good things of people. Like as you break, it's always the good shit.
Was like your brain's like a simulator, like a infinite scenarios.
Yeah.
You can imagine from like the worst possible to like the best, and you're like, I see what you mean about like open the door. Like
you just look in there some, and then sometimes you can look at it and you can say, okay, well that's what went wrong. That's where it got fucked up. And then you learn something, but then it always comes in a fucking close because it slams it shut and breaks your fingers off. You're not supposed to. I don't think you're supposed to open certain doors, in my personal opinion. But I also do believe, like, given time, any situation, I think maybe that's where I'm a dumbass. Well, given enough time, I think people do change. But I could be wrong, and I probably am.
It's plausible but improbable. Like it's possible but not.
It's possible that they're aliens, or probable that go chase after it. I don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I think the most I've heard about it's like if you had asked me where I'm at with understanding the aliens, why, if they're there, or why they talk to us, they're too far away. Like there's a certain point.
Maybe they close the door on Earth.
I mean,
people.
I've already tried to imagine having like never seen the Earth before, and I come here and like, depending on the order in which you see things, like there's probably like you see a certain amount of things that are going on here. You might go, okay, this is enough.
And then if they see like the cool shit, like over, you know, so like a series of cool shit. Like Earth is a cool place to go, but yeah, they probably seen a series of bad shit, and they're like, we're not gonna go there. Like it's no need whatsoever, at all. Wow. So you ride a bike?
I do ride that bike. That's my late for class bike.
Gotcha.
It's fast. I like to ride I got some BMX bikes on the wall in there. I like to ride those because I can just kind of like stand up and pedal and sit down and cruise. But it takes a little bit longer. and I'm always like, I'm looking at it like that kind of looks like a ramp, and I'm trying to jump stuff, and then like I eat shit and I'm late. So like that's my like going. That's like if it's raining, I gotta throw the waterproof bags on the side or something. That's that bike. I've been thinking about not doing like a personally owned vehicle. I've been really thinking about it.
Gotcha.
There's been like some like the really cold and rainy days, and I'm like maybe this isn't a good idea.
Yeah, the bike. Well, yes, I mean, it depends on how far you got to ride. I would imagine. Yeah.
No, I don't really want to do anything more than 6 to 10 miles is where I start to be like, do I really want to like? I don't really want to ride. I don't really want to have to ride more than half an hour one way, like on a daily basis. Like just being like real myself. Like if I feel like shit, and I got to get my car and drive somewhere for half an hour, like that's one thing. But like riding a bike, it's like another thing. I got a kid, so I got to get a different bike. Like I want to get like a cargo bike to put him on the back of it. And then I'm thinking about this, like he's got to grow up like this. Like he's he gonna have like the weird dad that like has a bike? Like, what the fuck's wrong with you?
But like it depends on like, are you going to like give him rides on the bike to high school? Like that's when it gets weird. You know
that's like there's some I got some other issues.
yeah. I'm like that's yeah. But I mean, like right now, I would imagine it's just like that's kind of cool because you gotta think about like you ride on a bike. Like, what kid don't like bikes? You know what I mean? Like so.
No, it's one of the reasons why I got into it. He's only 18 months.
Okay.
And I'm not supposed I don't know internet. Like, am I supposed to let him watch YouTube? But like sometimes he's just like, fuck this, fuck that. I don't want to do anything. I don't want to eat. I don't want to change my diaper. And I'm like, fucking YouTube, help me. And one of the things there's a I started watching I watched skate videos, and he was kind of like, this is kind of cool. But like I put on BMX videos, and he was like, whoa, this is cool. So I got back into BMX. I got him a little it's called a balance bike. It doesn't have pedals, so he just like sits on it and like walks it, and then he builds up to like pushing and like coasting on it. And then you learn how to pedal. Like you already learn how to balance, like no training wheels. Like,
I think that's better. I mean, especially learn at an early age.
Yeah, I feel like training wheels is kind of like pulling the rug out from where you're like, oh, you think you can ride a bike? Take this shit out. No, you fucking can't. Yeah.
Just push it. Like, yeah, there you go. I learned how to ride a bike. My great uncle was sitting on the porch, and the bike was here, and he said, "Get on and ride." So it's like trying to figure it out, and then eventually you just figure it out. I'm like, damn. Because once you get it, you got it. I mean, it's like riding a bike.
Yeah.
No, seriously. Well, is the truth? That's cool though. He got a balance bike, and you say he's got some kind of interest in it. You know, kids can pick up stuff quick. I imagine.
Yeah. No, there's like I think as you get older, like it just gets harder to learn.
Yeah.
Like I'm trying to learn. Like I've ridden BMX bikes since like I was a teenager, but like I never learned how to like do tricks and stuff. Now I'm trying to learn how to do tricks. Yeah. I mean, I'm falling down a lot. I'm 34, and
back in the day, we would I think because I grew up in the country, so like it was a dirt road. So like the biggest tricks you learn is just how to like wheelie or something like that. That's the biggest trick that back then. But then like the BMXs, I always thought was kind of cool because, you know, like growing up in like late 80s, 90s and stuff, I used to see that around and the people grinding and like really kind of like going at it. That's a cool little thing, man. Just like Myrtle didn't have too many. They had skaters and surfers and stuff like that, but not like skate parks or like really places where you could do it. Because even then, they kind of cut down on like people skating and stuff really kind of quick. So it never really like, at least not I know of, because I'm not a skater. So if somebody else knows, I mean that's on them. But it never was like a big thing like you see like over California or some shit, you know. Yeah. Like, so where you from?
I'm from Somerville, South Carolina.
Oh, I know some, yeah. Somerville, heck yeah. You know wrong with that?
I used to get nice with skating there, and that's how I learned that like adults don't know what the fuck is going on. Like
No.
it's like that. It's kind of depressing because I was like, wait, like it's like, you know what I mean? I was like, eventually I'm gonna grow up and like I'm gonna get a hold of this thing called life, but it was just like cops making shit up, like trying to fuck with me. You know what I mean? It's like I'm like skating to the church. Okay, don't skateboard at the church. Okay, but they're like, we need to see some ID. Like we're gonna arrest you, and I'm like, whoa, dude,
for doing
like,
a physical activity.
I'm like 12. I don't have a. You can have a state issued ID. Like I don't have an ID. Like I'm gonna go. Like who's your parents? I'm like they don't know.
Can you see
prove
yourself?
Prove that I have parents. I don't know. I was a smart ass kid.
Yeah. Can you see yourself now doing that too? Like if you were the cop, could you do it at 34 now? Like if you see a group of kids skating, would you stop them? And let's say you didn't skate, but like would you stop them based on the way? I mean, like come on.
I'd have to be a cop in the first place. But
Yeah,
I
exactly.
don't know. I don't know. To me, it makes more sense to like be like straightforward. Like, look, you're like a kid. There's nothing I can do, but like you have to leave. Like someone called because they saw some kids being happy. Yeah. You're not supposed to skate. You gotta go. You gotta go, dude. Like,
but they always want kids to be at the church. Now you literally at church. I never can figure out why. Other than being like an insurance risk, I can understand that.
Insurance, property damage. I don't know. There is a church in Fayetteville that they have like ramps and stuff.
Yeah.
And I think there's like a whole there's like a big bowl. I don't know if it's not as common as it should though.
Yeah.
Like
I would just think that it would be more beneficial to like welcome certain things than like these kids are, because you're not doing anything. I guess also, well, then again, you take it back. You always got like you always got the 1 or 2 kids say, I could be selling weed here. They can skate and I can sell weed. And I guess if you have a group of kids, you never know exactly what they're doing. But if they're obviously not doing stupid shit, then like why not let them? Like why not let? But I think that's also too. And that's what I'm saying. Like nowadays, when we look at certain things, since because you see the benefits of like the X Games, and you see like people make careers out of like back then there was no such thing as YouTube where you could he's a great BMX bike person, so he can make a YouTube video and he's become popular and he can make a career out of it. Why are you playing video games? This is a waste of time. You got professional video game players. Like adults don't know anything. Adults don't know shit. Like we don't know. You don't know shit.
Yeah.
Kids, they understand. Like this is something that I can take and I can turn it into something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I think about this too sometimes. It's like when you're a kid, you think about all the shit that you can be, and there's no limits to it. As you're an adult, after you get your ass whooped over and over and over again, now there's limits. You know what I mean? I think that's a bad thing. I don't think that's good because especially when it comes like art or music or comedy and stuff like that, it's nothing but limits. Like especially with comedy, you got to do jokes this way. You know what I mean? Premise, setup, punchline, and they have to be delivered a certain kind of way. This is what most audiences are expecting. So when you start verging, going outside of those lines, then it becomes tricky. You know what I mean? Then you get other people like, you probably shouldn't do that. But at the same time, it takes time to build your voice. So you have to go through that to build your voice. So I mean, but it's always limitations. There's always that thing that the police officer saying, you don't need to be skating, I can arrest you, and this person's really a talented skateboarder. You know what I mean? And the only reason why they're doing it is because they try to skate. They're trying to like, okay, this is how I can practice.
I mean, thank you for the benefit of the doubt, but we were definitely doing dumb shit. We needed to leave.
I try to make it as positive as possible.
Yeah. No, but I think that's a good way to look at stuff.
I'll be the cop, be like, I hope no motherfuckers break a leg and shit. I don't care about them. It'll be more entertaining for me. Keep going. Put a hole down there and shit. Okay. You gonna hurt yourself. Nah. The benefit of you can't get a benefit. You stop it. But then again, I guess they were like, yo, I haven't seen this guy before.
No, some of us did. Like, there's a there. I guess there is a handful of those kids I was hanging out with that like did eventually, like, they got sponsored and they skated on skate teams and stuff.
Yeah.
Like, they were like, yeah, I don't know.
Oh.
No, we were definitely, there was definitely some fuckery in the mix, but like there was like, I don't know, it's hard. Like, I guess it was like, do you come in and like stop the fuckery and just not care that you're like stifling the creativity of these kids?
That's a good question. Like, yeah. You can make it. But I think there's a way of doing that. You know what I mean? Like, cause you already know, like, because you just try to enjoy yourself. It's like a bar. You just try to enjoy yourself at the bar. There's fuckery that's happening at the bar all around.
Yeah.
But at the same time, as long as it's not seen or known for, or you know what I'm saying, like it's there but not there. Because you go to any bar in the country, in the world, there's gonna be some problems. There's gonna be some drugs or something. But at the same time, if it's not known for that, this is known for people having fun and drinking, then I think you have to. I think there's the people that's involved have to manage it better. You know what I mean? Like, all right, we ain't gotta do all this stupid shit. You know what I mean? If we don't have to vandalize something. You know what I mean? Just because we feel like it. Like, if it's done a certain way. But I mean, how many people level-headed at 13? Like, they're thinking about the future at 12 or 13.
The most boring kid ever.
Now I design apps. Okay,
yeah.
Man, okay, cool. Man. That's nothing wrong with it. I mean, is there something wrong with this, like a normal like existence?
Normal existence.
Yeah. Or whatever that is. I don't know.
I don't know. I think we fucked up.
I think so.
Like there's like a lot of stuff. I don't know. I just think there's like a lot of stuff in our society. I mean, I haven't lived around the world or like really. I've lived in a couple different places in the country, but like I only have so much perspective to work with. But like, I think there's like some like really temporary influences that I think have like permanent places in our society. Like I don't want to sound like a hippie, but
just like, say it.
Like fossil fuels.
Oh.
Like stuff like that.
Stuff that
like stuff like the economy is depending on that isn't gonna last forever. I think even more acutely, like to think like with dude, I fucking love cell phones. They're cool shit. I can watch a video anywhere. I can post stuff. I can look stuff up. I can play games and shit. But like, I think people get like really hung up on having phones. Like I have an instructor who doesn't have a phone. He doesn't have a landline. And people are like, what the fuck? Like, what are you gonna do?
Yeah, contact him.
I don't know.
Or conch shell.
I mean,
make sure you hear about 7. Yeah,
I mean, you just go like I guess you talk to people and you make plans and you go and do what you do. There was like militaries, armies like moving and executing, like there wasn't phones. Like, so like the small sliver that like phones have existed in the form that they exist now it just pales in comparison to
human history.
Yeah, human history. Like, and I really think in 10 years that we're gonna look at our phones. They're gonna be like the dumbest fucking thing. Like, there's gonna be the next form of communication. Like, there's gonna be the next thing.
Yeah, heck yeah. But yeah, there's also a dependence on technology now. I mean, like it is crazy to even think of somebody who don't have a landline or cell phone or anywhere communicating with them, like immediately, instantly communicating with them. Because that's really what it is. You could go find them
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Or just wait for them to arrive. But it's like that instant. It's not even. I don't know if it's like a gratification, but it's just like we have learned that it's easier to do things. So why not do the easy way? Which it could be a problem too. You know.
Yeah.
That could be the ultimate problem. I mean, like, I don't know how many people know how to hunt. I don't know how many people know how to farm. I don't know how many people know anything other than, all right, I can put it in Google and I can order it. You know what I mean? Like, even that is taken for granted now. Like, just to think about, like, we live in a society where we can call, pay for, and everything from a device, and you can order anything from around the world, like on a rectangle.
Yeah.
like damn, a floating car. You know what I mean? Like, this is the shit. We can get hoverboards, but this is the shit. So I mean, I always look at it as good and bad. Like, especially how society progresses. Like, society is going to progress no matter what. And even things that looks like it's progressed, it's things that's been around for a long time. You know what I mean? I don't think we invented too much other than like this type of stuff. You know what I mean? But when it comes to like basic human shit, it's always going to progress. People are going to look at things differently, accept things differently. You know what I mean? And then it gets to a point where there are people pushing back from it, and that's what caused the problem over and over again throughout human history. And so it don't matter. I hope that 10 years we have something better, but I think I can be negative sometimes.
No, me too. I think the cool thing about being negative though is that you can turn it into, it's still energy and you can put it towards something positive. Yeah. I guess one of the things I think everybody forgets is that we're on Earth, and like we're in nature. Like we're still, like, I just feel like we're like really
we don't.
So I watched the Unabomber series on Netflix.
Okay.
And it kind of freaked me out because, like I say, that dude was like a fucking nutball, and he had like a lot of bullshit beliefs.
But he was a genius.
I don't want to do that thing where I'm like, but he was, but like but it freaked me out because the way he starts talking about like sitting at the stoplight and just being like, what the fuck? Like, why am I just sitting here at this fucking stoplight? It's like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. He thought that the Industrial Revolution like ruined society, and I don't know. I think the Industrial Revolution is like pretty fucking badass. Like, fast badass cars are cool. Like, shit's cool. That like stuff is cheap. Like, that's fucking cool. But I think the part to where we're like disconnected from the actual realm that we're in, like, because everything's symmetrical, everything's fucking right angles and stuff. Like, it's like
that's not natural.
That's not natural.
Not natural.
And I think human nature to like, we like things that are symmetrical, but nature isn't symmetrical. It doesn't react.
Well, it's not like it's not 90 degrees. It's not rectangles, not boxes. It's geometrically like a leaf. It can be symmetrical.
It's pretty close.
Well, pretty close to symmetry to it.
Most plants have like odd numbers of leaves and stuff like that. It's
not perfected or semi-perfected.
Well, I mean, as far as like self-sustaining, I don't know. I don't know. I think we're like pretty comfortable like on a pretty wild fucking planet. Like, our atmosphere is like always like almost about to catch on fire. Like, oxygen's like super fucking flammable, and like we like live in this shit.
This is true.
Like
but we live in an augmented reality. That's essentially what we live in. This is augmented though.
Yeah.
You know, a house is going to be augmented in the actual reality in which we live, which is planet Earth. Which, if you take away this box, then you still have that bush right there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But I get what you're saying. But then also humans have to build shelters because we're not necessarily built for the climates that we choose to go to.
Yeah.
But then again, I guess if you stay in even if you stay in the climate, you still have to build some type of shelter.
Yeah. No, but no, I'm not trying to go like all the way back to just walking around. But I mean, that would be like super easy, and it would be comfortable if I but I want a shelter. I like having internet and fucking lights and shit. I like being able to take a dump and flush it. Like that's cool.
It's good inventions. I mean, it's better than digging a hole and put your waste in there and then cover this shit burning.
Some people don't even dig a hole.
Yeah, they just right there like a dog or stuff. Yeah. They ain't gonna pick it up.
Surface. It's called a surface bomb.
This is a saying on surface. They don't even just, or they just go in the bathroom. I mean, in the ocean.
Yeah, no, doing like outdoor stuff. I've always had to have, like, it's always been like you dig a hole, you poop in that hole, and you bury it.
You even see dogs doing that.
Yeah. No, but there's people that don't like doing that.
Inconvenient.
Yeah.
One of the most convenient, especially like on a beach. I mean, like that's sand. Like it's easy to.
Oh yeah.
With sand.
I don't know if I'd take a dump on the beach.
No, I would, because it's like highly against the wall. And
at least not sober.
Yeah.
I don't really get that fucked up anymore. I have no intention of getting fucked up enough to take a shit on a beach in my future. But in my past, might have actually done that. I just don't remember.
Yeah.
That would fuck up my conscience.
Yeah.
Because I don't want to do it like on the beach.
No, not like
because some kid's gonna like they dig it up.
I didn't know it was mud here. It's pretty nasty.
You don't want to go on the dunes.
Nah.
Because like sea turtles and like that's like.
Yeah, it'll make it harder to get back to the ocean for that turtle.
Yeah.
Nah. It's just.
But like, sandy area, it's easy to dig.
Yeah, it's easy to dig.
Oh, I did take a dump on the beach one time. I fucking did.
The truth came out. Don't say when and where.
It was in the tree line. It was in the tree line. It wasn't dunes. It was on an island. I'm pretty sure when we weren't supposed to dig on it or set fires on it, we dug a big ass pit and did like a big fire pit and stuff.
Well, see, you said surfers. I always think about surfers, and this is stupid shit because I grew up like by the ocean, so I know motherfuckers go in that ocean and they surf. But I was thinking like Allen or somewhere, like it's just like deserted where they didn't have like a porta potty, like it was expected somehow. Like,
that's some shit. That's what you'd have to do.
Yeah, you kind of have to.
I kayaked to the islands. I used a kayak paddle as a shovel. Yeah. I've never pooped in a wetsuit. I peed in a wetsuit.
Yeah, that'd be pretty bad.
I did it one time just to see. I don't like do it. You gotta wash it.
Yeah.
Like I still got the same wetsuit. Like I don't want to pee in it too much.
No,
and the last time I peed in the water, it was kind of cold, and I wish I had pictures of this or some sort of video. But dude, I saw the biggest fucking shark fin. That's all the only fucking shark fin I've ever seen.
When you peed in the ocean.
I peed in the ocean. And then like 90 seconds later, I see this fucking arched back with this big ass fucking fin. Dude, it wasn't a dolphin. I see dolphins all the time.
Do that shit again in my ocean.
Yeah.
I guess sharks they can smell shit in this.
Yeah.
Like, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, they smell like the albumin.
Yeah.
I think it is.
It'll probably get your ass quick too.
Yeah, no, I had like these like web gloves because like
do they help you swim faster?
No, I think I suck too much from the fucking help. But like no, I'm pretty sure I did it like I was glad I had them though. It felt like it helped because that's how I got the fuck out of the water when I saw that fin. And then like I didn't get back in the water until this past weekend. Like from like late November. Like that shit fucked with me, man.
I don't doubt it, man.
That wasn't Snowflake.
Shit. Is that that big shark that they be swimming with? Or have you seen that? Like it's off the coast of California, I think. That's like the biggest great white or some shit, or not, maybe further than that, I guess. But it's like the oldest great white, and like they swim next to this motherfucker, and it's so docile now because it's old. So
oh shit.
Yeah, so like they go up, people pet it and stuff like that. which I think is still kind of stupid. I mean, like it's a shark. It's working out all the time. So I mean, the muscles are still there. Yeah.
It's always swimming. Yeah. It's gotta be stressful as fuck.
Oh yeah. That's what it's built for. I mean,
yeah.
Do they take breaks? Like,
I wonder if they coast. Do they? I think are they one of the ones that like? Is it sharks or dolphins? Like they sleep, or half of their brain sleeps at a time.
It could be. Well, I know dolphins. I think dolphins do that. They sharks probably have to do that. I don't know. I'm not a marine biologist. If I say anything, by saying that means that anything I say about a shark, made up or not, you can't hold it to a professional level. You know what I mean? I think they do have two brains. I think one sleeps and the other one just swims around and shit. Oh, you ever think they have conflicts? The two brains, or the half brain, the sleep brain, and the
yeah. I only got one brain. I got fucking conflicts and that shit.
Pretty weird stuff out there.
Yeah. I've had like some pretty I've like seen some like pretty gnarly comments on stuff I posted before, especially when it isn't like on just my thing. Like I'm hoping that since like I tagged you in this video, like people that know you but don't know me are gonna see it and just like I really like seeing like when like someone has that through the veil of the internet, like they don't have to worry about really any reaction that we might have. I really like. That's what I was doing. Yeah. I haven't even checked the comments in a while.
I don't know. Let's see if it's on mine. Cause it's I like the overlap about what it's done like this. I wonder when it's gonna come in. The video we show later, I think. So it's a cool thing. I mean, I wanted to show on mine. Like I don't mind doing I think the Facebook Live with two people works every time. I mean that's at least even if you don't get a lot of views, it's just like fuck it. At least it's a good conversation and then it's recorded so you can go back to it.
It's this kind of, you're talking about that earlier about like recording sets. Do you do that? Like do you ever write stuff down?
I write stuff down. Like I have notebooks and stuff like that. And I'll go through it out the day, but like I don't write like the entire joke, if that makes sense. Like I may write part of it or part of a setup, part of a punch or something like that. And then like when I'm on stage, I like to try to let me make this thing work. Or if can it work? Or do I have to go back and say, okay, I'll take this thing out. So I mean, I like to leave it open where I can like say for example, like today, I wrote down something. Well, I'll put that away and probably forget it until like 2 or 3 weeks from now, and I'll look at it and say, oh, okay. And then that gives me like some more, something to think about or work on. And then if I'm on stage, I like to, especially if it's a show like my show, right? I got a show coming to the Calico Room on March 22nd, by the way. Like that show, I'm hosting it. I got a few more other comedian friends coming through. I'm not going to, I'll do maybe 1 or 2 jokes that I've worked on, and then I'll do like crowd work or I'll improv something or whatever came to me that day. Like I don't plan for that show in a sense, but I work on it. If I'm doing a show where I'm doing more than 15 or 20 minutes, like the last few times I've just said I wing it. But now I'm like, okay, well James, be a little bit more serious, think about and just write it. Well, at least know where I'm gonna go. You know what I mean? It's more about where am I going to go when I hit that microphone in front of the audience. And then I try to do that. But then, if you're in front of a live audience, this may be more funnier than what I'm saying. So I'd rather just fuck what I'm saying. Let me acknowledge this or say something about this. So, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think that's, to me, is better. I like talking to the audience. I like talking with the audience instead of talking to the audience. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not one of those comedians that don't mind interaction. Like it's short of heckling and short of like really kind of trying to steer the. Because I mean, you're not going to win. I got a microphone. You know what I'm saying? I can get louder than you. I'm a loud voice anyway. So wherever I don't like that, but like when everybody's into it, that's why I like doing music shows. Because that could be completely improv. That could be like whatever is happening. There's so much crazy shit going. It's a music show, so like it'd be very hard to go in there with a set plan. Like, oh, make these people laugh with this shit that I came up with. You know what I'm saying? Like at 2 o'clock in the morning. Like, but that's still there. Like I have on my phone. Like I'll walk around and I'll go in my phone. I'll be at work. And I'll go take a smoke break, and then I'll just go into notes and then write something. You know, it's just always happening like little things here and there. But I hope to answer your question. I write, but like don't write. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you have like a direct, like you're saying, like your direct, you know where it's
going. As long as it's direct, yeah.
But it's like a line. It's like its own.
Yeah, it's own thing.
Yeah.
But I think it's the closest I can get to playing jazz. You know what I mean? It's like I know the chords and I know the scales and I know how a piano or whatever instrument I'm playing works. But then it's like if it goes here, then I go here. You know what I mean? If it goes there, then I can give you. And like that's the ultimate thing, because you hear like some really good jazz people, like Coltrane. Coltrane knew music. You know what I'm saying? So like, but it's also like knowing how to take the understanding of something and then put it in like an improvisational kind of way. And that's what I like working on. Like be a little bit more, and especially with stand up, be a little bit more like on the fly, off the cuff. Riff a little bit, but then also have some kind of structure to your riffing. You know what I mean? And I think that's it's worthwhile, and it's worth the time for me to do. I could go back and just sit there and I have. I got sets on YouTube. Those are jokes that I've taken, that I've done 50, 60, 100 times. You know what I mean? 150 times. You know, like I know that joke works a certain kind of way. When I deliver it this type of way, it's going to land this type of laugh, you know. And because you work on those type of jokes, but then also you want to be able to be free enough to expand, and because you're like a professional comedian that's been doing it for 20, 30 years, right? Like when you listen to like a Dave Chappelle, or you better listen to a Seinfeld or something like that. Seinfeld's very best example of like here's structured jokes. Premise and a punchline, delivered a certain way. That is how you write a joke. That's how you deliver a joke. Is the master at work. And you got Dave Chappelle, who has a similar style, still telling a joke, but it's more like a story kind of. You can see more of his expressive nature into it. It's a little performance, but not all of the performance. But it's a well-written joke. Chris Rock does a well-written joke. You know what I mean? Like you can't get past that. But then you also have Robin Williams in the world. You also have like. There's nowadays tons of them, but like it's just there are those who are willing to kind of like play with what a joke is. You know what I mean? I think that's interesting to me. So like now I'm just all right. Okay, I keep part of this structure shit. Here's a little bit of improv play, and then like combine it. You know, because this I gotta be me.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? I gotta be me on stage. And that's just me in comedy. I didn't mean to go that far with it, but. Yeah.
No. Definitely go that far.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
I love it. So like it's one of those kind of things. If you love something, you find it happy, just do the shit. You know.
Yeah.
And it's getting up there now. So I'm like, well, there's a point in anything that you look at, and I think I was gonna say something about it too before, when you had made mention about somebody like tearing shit away, and I thought I was like, well, that's part of the fear too, of like really like stepping out of line and like, okay, I'm gonna just pursue this one thing. You know, that's part of it too, because you don't want to lose, but at the same time you can't really gain shit if you're worried about losing shit. So
yeah.
But now that I'm 38 years old, and I started doing I started before big comedy in my early 30s, but like loving comedy and like working on jokes and shit, you do it for like all your life, you know what I mean? I was in ministry for a few years, And like even when I teach Bible study or teach Sunday school or preach or whatever, there's always like a little joke in there. You know what I'm saying? There's always like that moment where it's like you're on the verge of saying like something that's almost you know like almost minor offensive, but yet it delivers a laugh. So it's like it's just like it's always kind of like when you see a situation, it's like it's you. I find it you find a humor in it. So like then you try to express that humor, and I think that's just what comedy is. It's like I see a situation, I see something, I'm like, okay, well that's why I think it's funny about it, and then I can't. It's not like I can't. I have an issue with like I have an issue with saying, okay, Jays, don't say that shit. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I do it. It's like you can just not say it, but when I'm on stage, I can say what the fuck I want to say. I mean, I'm not worried about if I say something that's gonna fuck my career up. I mean, I put on my own shows and shit. So like, if I really want to go ham, I go ham on my shit. If somebody asks me to come perform or book something, then I'll do what they need to be done. But like when it comes to my shit, then I'm taking a risk. So I'm looking at it, okay, the egg's only gonna be on my face. You know what I'm saying? Or the fists. You know what I mean? Or the body slam, but whatever. I'll take the risk, and I think that's a good, cool little thing. But I've learned a lot about that from like our musicians, like the whole punk thing here in Wilmington, like that whole idea of do it yourself, put on your own shit, shows, and do everything that you do, and then like you create your little path. You know, I think that's like people are afraid to go do their own shit.
Yeah, they're terrified.
Yeah, it's yes, people have podcasts, but like people are really just afraid to do their own thing, and I think that's a problem with it because even though we have so much like access to technology, things are easier. Like that webcam 10 years ago couldn't do what it's doing now. You know what I mean? Like we got this. It's the first thing to say, well, who's going to comment? What is going to say? Or is anybody going to watch? Like I look at this stuff now. I'm like, especially with the comedy, I'm like, okay, well, comedy is so like solid, like it's a solitary kind of thing. So like to really say, okay, I need this person approval, it's kind of defeating your own. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. No, I need this audience. As long as the audience likes it, as long as the audience appreciates it, as long as you have an audience, then that's what you need to worry about. Like what other people are saying, fuck them. You know what I mean? Like I'll be at work. Like I'm at work, I'm usually kind of quiet. Or I may say something like about it's like real dark humor. Like like I'll throw like some real dark shit or some real subtle stuff because I'm at work. So I can't just be like da 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 titties. You know what I mean? Like big, I can't do all that. But I can throw little shit. So at work it's like because most people are not around people who do stand up. They're expecting this loud, boisterous, like laugh a minute type of person at work. And most comedians are not like that. Like people do stand because you're in your head a lot. Like I'm thinking about like jokes and I'm thinking about how I will perform them on stage and all that kind of stuff. So like when people they're like, oh, that guy, he's not funny. But I'm like, you can just come to my show.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's negative. But here, that way you can actually have a reason to judge what my efforts are instead of just your reason of being a fucking asshole. You know what I'm saying? Like, I just don't get the concept. Like I don't understand it. I don't see the benefit of like just tearing other people down in that way. Now making fun of people talking shit, I get, because then it's jabbing. You know what I mean? Like if some people like to say they like to, hey, fatty and me, this big man and stuff. So I'll jab. You want okay? We'll jab. Boo, boo, boo. I can jab on. But then every now and then, you like if you have brothers and stuff, you know, like you can play a fight, but then you start hitting.
Yeah.
You gotta. There's a good chance that you make it hit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You gotta know. Okay, we can play, but then like once you start getting into it, I think that's when people get a little upset or they get their feelings. But like, far as like going in there and like you ain't shit, you ain't gonna never be nothing, you dumb, oh, you gotta fuck your dream. That's not like that is not like that is so far removed from the type of person I am and the type of people I deal with that I just don't see it. But I've been a victim of that before. You know what I mean? Like people, anytime you do it, like especially I'm seeing with musicians stuff like that. Like you ain't gonna never do this, and or you're just a what is it a SoundCloud artist.
Oh yeah,
Because that's a new thing. Because I remember back when YouTube was a thing, just started like what 2006 something. Like people was like, oh, that's just YouTube. They're on YouTube, and like these motherfuckers nowadays, they're like you got some motherfuckers like billionaires off of viral videos and stuff that would pop on YouTube. Same thing with SoundCloud. Like people that say, oh, that's just SoundCloud artists. You know, when I used to host at the Gypsy, I mean, like used to have like people they hip hop people come through. Yeah, they just put that one on SoundCloud. Oh, that's SoundCloud rappers. That's just SoundCloud rappers. So, we had a projector, so I just you can put the music up there, and then like perform. But like they say negative, like oh, that's just this dismissive. Like their efforts are not the same as anybody else's efforts who's out there performing. You know, because they're performing. Like I just don't get that. It just doesn't make any sense to me. If I see somebody doing something and I can help, I help them. If I can't, then I just all right.
do you think there's a tendency for people to be more judgmental that like aren't creating? Like, do you think it's more often like the people that aren't making music that'll judge someone else for the art they're making?
I think it's yes. I think that, and then also I think it's this attitude is I can do better, but I'm not doing anything.
That shit pisses me off when people do
yeah, because you can. Oh, cool. Here. Matter of fact, I will allow you to do it. And I'll sit right in the back because obviously you can do it better than all these other people have been doing it for years. I'll wait. I'll watch you teach us, sensei. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because I know that that's based in they have so much fear that they don't want to do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They don't want to take the risk that's involved in failing, but yet they want to judge somebody else one way or another. Hell no. You ain't creating shit. You know what I mean? Like even with comedy, like you gotta understand, like comedy, like there's open mic level, then host, then feature, then headliner, right? So like that's an entire like little system. So you start off as an open micer. They call open mic. Open mic could be a negative connotation because that's where people come amateur kind of thing, right? And it's a hobby to some. It's a hobby to most. You know what I mean? People just want to get on stage and perform. I get that. So that's where the negative connotation comes into it. It's like this is like the basic level possible. And you got host, which is another negative connotation because that's like, oh, that's just the host, even though the host runs the fucking whole show. You know what I mean? Like, if the show's going bad because you, Mr. Feature, so great but can't make people laugh, you got to have the host to bring the energy back up for a fucking headliner. And if the headliner fucking sucks, then you have 45 minutes to an hour of people like, and then the host come in at the end and say, blah, 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 goodbye. You know what I mean? But like, there's so much interaction with the host, so it's important. The feature or middle, that's a strong kind of like, I'm above the host position. I'm not quite headliner as far as, and when I say headliner, that's like a person, used to be a person who has a lot of talent and a draw to match, like a reason for being a headliner. Nowadays, just draw in a lot of ways. Because, I mean, you can be doing, let's say you've been doing comedy for like 2 seconds and you have this big ass internet following, and guess what? Now, because you can sell tickets, you're a headliner. Like, it's just that easy. I mean, like, that's just where we at society. So, like, a lot of the talent level and the ability to, like, the mechanisms of comedy, like, how is that room really working? You know, if this joke doesn't work, how can I bring in, if this joke didn't work and it offended, how can I get the whole audience back on my side to take the next 30 minutes with me? You know what I'm saying? How do I walk people? Like, people get up and walk. Like, there's a lot of mechanics that goes with like years and years and years of doing stand-up that a lot of people just ignore because they just want to be headliner. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's why you have open mic where you train like warriors, or you should, like little little gladiators to be able one day to be able to actually do the thing that you're saying. And the negative connotation comes into it is when you're on that process of turning it from just no money to a little bit of money to this is how I make my living. You know, you got the other motherfuckers that's been doing it for years. They don't want to lose their jobs. So of course they're gonna be like, that's just an open micer. That's just an opener. That's just this kind of shit. Because they don't want to lose they don't want to lose their money, their livelihood. So it's a lot of negative in that way. And also people at the same level that you are, if they don't like you, it's a very cliquish kind of thing. It's a very community in a sense. Community can be negative too. So like it'd be a negative community. So like comedy, if you got 3 or 4 people or 5 people who don't like one person, well then that person's on the outside of it. And that's something I've learned and seen like by doing it and being around comedy, especially comedy clubs. Like it's a group and then like you always trying to push one person out or this person not accepted in the group. And all of that is just to get it's for stage time. So like that's one extra person who may get mic time. One extra person who may progress faster than I progress. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people get jealous. So like I was saying, like you asked before, is it creativity to say negative? Probably. It's also jealousy to say negative too, which also means you're not creating. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
How can you be jealous if you're so focused on your art where you're creating new shit and good shit? I can't look at this person. Well, I guess you can do that. Then something happens too. Like I've known, like especially in comedy, in the last few days too. Last month I've been into this. It's called Facebook, and you go on Facebook and you see, oh, they did this show here, and they do this show there, and they do this show there. And it's social media. We all know social media. We all know that it's partially a lie. You know what I'm saying? Like it looks great, but like maybe it's not as great as it seems.
For example, this is like the nice looking part of my podcast studio, which is my apartment. But you can't see all the bullshit over there. There's blue water in my toilet right now, but 3 hours ago that water was gross as fuck. I didn't want you to have to come over here if you had to take a dump or something. I didn't want you to have to poop in my gross ass toilet.
It's a thing I have. I like to go. I like to shit in random places.
I know exactly what you mean. Like there's like there's the part that people see and the part that they don't. Yeah. And then everybody's kind of playing that game with like what do we show and then what do we not.
And then I have to compare it because now I got to make sure my podcast / Facebook Lives destination level location and studio is just as nice if not nicer. You know what I'm saying? I got to make sure my career is just as nice if not nicer. You know what I'm saying? Like then it becomes like, but then it becomes a fight against your own dumb ass.
Yeah.
Instead of being like, look, what do you have to do? You know, what do you have to do to progress and actually like make something out of what you're trying to, you know what I'm saying? And then that's where I was like, okay, shut the fuck up, phone. Shut the fuck up, James. What is it that would make James happy with what he's doing next week? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Is that an extra show? Is that going back and like I've been thinking about like just run another open mic, but like keep it eclectic, music, poetry, comedy, whatever, and that maybe that's something I need to release energy into. It also give me stage time. So I mean, when you do that, the good thing about like hosting open mic is like hell, I can do 30 minutes, hours. You know what I'm saying? And that's what I do. I just take it as fuck it. I'm just gonna do what I do. And then also if you could make a little change, that's great too. So like I'm like, oh fuck it. Do I need to do that to make me feel a little bit better today? Or you know what I'm saying? Like that's kind of where I go in and out of it because I be on social media, I see and shit, and then I'm like, well, fuck, I should be doing that. And I'm like, James, come on, buddy. In time you can. You know what I mean? But right now, you need to do like actual step that's going to get you happy so that you can do others because the shit happens so quick. You know, like you can start a process, right? And then all of a sudden, like the right person walks in at the right time. And they're like, oh shit, I need you over here. You know what I mean? I need you to go do this. I need you, hey James, you want to do You wanna go on a little tour across the southeast or some shit. You know what I mean? Like anything like can happen, but like I always look at it just you gotta like put yourself out there and you gotta be doing shit. Like nobody's gonna say like, I wonder what James is doing right now. You know what I mean? Like unless they watching it and then they can see what the fuck I'm doing. You know what I mean? But like that's an extra step. It's nothing wrong with it's wrong when we sit there and look at, and that's what I said, looking at people. How can I stop them from doing what they want to do? How can I get enjoyment out of watch somebody fail and then stop? Like that's stupid, man. Like I'm never like that's the worst thing. Like you telling me that you accomplished your goal of stopping a person?
It's sad.
It's very sad.
Yeah.
Fuck them. I mean, like I don't even understand it. So I don't give too much attention to it. And like I said, like over the last few weeks, I've been thinking about shit, and then like opening up that door of the past for a second, it's just like close it fast, because I'm like, this is still negative. This is still then all the negative folks come and negative memories come back and be like, oh yeah, that's why. That's why I don't fuck with this person. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
That's why you may get down, or you may just get a wave back, or a thumbs up, or something like that when you try to communicate. You know what I mean? Not to be an asshole. I'm trying my best not to like, because I have a bad habit of blocking. So like, I put some crazy shit on Facebook, and somebody's like, and I'm like, and then again, and they start trying to do all this stupid argument, and I'm like, look, dude, block or unfollow. That unfollow is my thing too. Like I'll unfollow, so I don't have to see none of your shit.
Yeah, they can still see.
It's a one-sided battle now. I mean, like, because I don't care what you say. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, you invested your time into going through my shit. That's on you. I'm not doing the same for you. I'm over here doing other shit. Because like my timeline, like I do know that, like, because it's the shit that the people that you kind of like are like similar in certain ways too. So I'm like, if your timeline all kind of fucked up, then that means you kind of fucked up. You know what I'm saying? But that's why I just unfollow or block. I've been trying not to block so much now. Because blocking, like some people take it as, let's see, I won, and then I'll take it as like I don't have to deal with you.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird, man. And then there's people like I'll put like I'll talk about some political stuff right on Facebook, and most of the time it's just me fucking with people. Like you know, like you can, and if you got an issue, you can always just ask me. You know what I mean? Like, but it's not saying it's not my view, but it's not like the entirety of my view. Like I think that's something that's happened with social media and our culture is like when we see like a post, instead of just being like a snapshot of a person, we're like, that's all that person is.
It's complete, yeah.
Like that's so you had brand cereal this morning. Like, no, motherfucker, I'm just posting this shit. Share this video, you know what I mean? Like I also here's what I'll take a controversial issue that I see that keeps going on. I just share the link and let other people argue.
Yeah.
I mean, like, damn. Like stop putting me in that one sentence, like, dude. And I put those posts up every now and then, like, if you got a problem, you can always just message me. And if you got a problem and you know me, you can always just call me.
Yeah.
But if you can't call me, what the fuck I care if you got your opinion is? I don't know. It's just it's the craziest shit in the world, man. Nowadays, it's just like we're judging people off of fake shit anyway.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, I think about it all the time, but then I still get fucking sucked into it. Like it's like essentially like a, oh man.
Well, you know better, but then like it's still pulled to it.
Yeah.
I had and I knew even with the blackface stuff in February. It's February gone. It's gone. This February 2019 is done. But it's Black History Month. They talked about here's the trend. They talked about blackface and Halloween. Then they wait a few months later, they talk about Black History Month. I'm like, why are you talking about something that is so like far back? You realize that, and like people, oh, this person did it 30 years ago. This person, and I'm like, dude, at the end of the day, I don't need to be worrying or having a conversation about this stupid shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like that's just so stupid.
And it's I think it's weird that like it's like is it like we're supposed to seasonally be upset about that?
Yeah,
like what the fuck?
I think that's what it is. It's like they're trying to get us on this cycle. You know what I mean? Like you're good, upset, good, upset. You know what I mean? And out there, they got out there like 2 weeks. Like the R. Kelly shit happened, and then like a week later, like no one was talking about it again. But it was so much anger about shit that we already knew. You know, the Michael Jackson thing that just happened, the documentary, shit that we, and on a dead man that we, you know what I'm saying? But like, people be mad for a week or 2 weeks maybe. You know, like that's how like outrage used to like last forever. Like we still mad at the Mexicans for attacking the Alamo. I mean, like that's historic outrage. Like that's how outrageous it should be. You know what I mean? We're not now like if they did and we forget about it. Like the only thing that we remember, like 9/11, of course, and you know, like we remember that, and that's outrage, still outrage now. But like a lot of a lot of simple shit that we should really kind of be. I mean, like mad, but it's more like, why did you do that? Like a figure for it, and it should always be that vibe. Man, like that's bad. But it's like we get mad at it, and then like 2 weeks later, then yeah, fuck it. I'll listen to a remix of it, and then shit probably on the way home. You know what I'm saying? Well, listen to it.
So
I'm not mad at them no more. Who won't tell on me? You know what I mean? You too. You gonna get in trouble.
so I mean,
yeah.
No, so who the fuck are we to like judge people? And then I think there's such thing as like separating art from music. No, it's separating the art from the artist. I think is one thing. And I think that's what with the social media and outrage that like it's almost like it's just like another thing that's like that's fashionable. That's like a trend.
Yeah, it's a trend.
And people are like they're like almost like feigning outrage.
Well, it was good to say, okay, I don't agree. I think this is bad. This thing right here, and everybody else you think is bad, I think is bad. And now you're a part of that I think is bad group. And there's still people on this I don't give a fuck group, and there's other people like I think that's okay group. You know, but the majority, they're on that this is not okay, you know what I mean? And that's cool but like the coolness factor of it. Well, but it mirrors, like the fake outrage mirrors art now. What do you, I guess, quote unquote art. Music, for example. Music is throwaway. Like it's fucking it's this disposable music nowadays. Like it's nothing that, like if you go back and listen to something from 2017 and you listen to it now, especially hip hop, it's like that sound kind of old. But then you go back and listen to Biggie. Like we were listening to like Tupac this morning at work. Where we were just like, you know, for prepping and shit. And I was like, that could have came out like now, and it still would have just been as hot.
It's like timeless.
It's timeless, yeah.
And do you think that has to do with like technology? Like it's, I mean, I mean the recording equipment they had, like the studio space they had in the 90s, was, I mean, it was still like it's not the same as like recording onto like fucking reel to reel or anything, but like, I think they had to put more thought into like their music and what they're writing, because it wasn't as easy as like you just fucking sit in front of a laptop and
yeah. I mean, like right there, you got a set up to do beats or something. You know what I mean? Like make music, like yeah. So like it's at our disposal, and I think like okay, if like using '90s music, right? There's still that these guys they grew up in the '70s, like they were born in the '70s, came up in the '80s. Now you 23 or 22 in the '90s. And like you're a young adult, like, but your whole life you're not used to like shit coming like easy. Hip hop existed, but like hip hop, you couldn't make no living at it. You know what I mean? Like, and then when you see it in the '80s, like, okay, now it's a dream to do it, but like, how good of a dream is this? You know what I mean? Like, how feasible? And then like to work towards actually being in that studio where they're making these amazing beats and you're in that booth. That's an entirely different experience compared to now, where like literally you just woke up and like, oh, I want that Xannies, and then like it just create shit, and then like mix it all and put it on YouTube, and all of a sudden now you a fucking sensation. Like that, I can't see how that can be like lasting. You know what I mean? Because the energy that you put in is fleeting anyway. Like it's like. I had this quick idea and I'm just creating it real quick and now we have to worry about it no more. It's done. Compared to like, okay, what can I get the studio? Gonna cost me this amount of money? You know, I want to, really kind of work and like you really putting that energy into something. I think that's the difference. I think that if you're not putting the passion, like there's no passion in that. It's a passion to do it, and I think that's why I was like this today. Like the Migos, right, for example. And the Migos, that's Culture was 2017. It was a big album. It lasts most of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like that was very popular. After that album, I can't think of too many albums, even with people like Nas and Eminem stuff, like heavy hitters that have a history of producing great music. Oh, Nas has an album with Kanye West. All right, cool. People forget about it. So all right, that's cool. That happened, and a week two later. I just think it's part of the culture now. Is to say, okay, we don't put time into anything. We don't put that much work really into it. It fits for like what's going on right now, and then because we know that right now it's not gonna be tomorrow. So like, why write a Machiavelli? Why do you don't have to write that now? You can do a dance and shit. You see those people doing this stupid shit. And you can do that, and now you know what I'm saying? Like you make a career out of shit. So I mean, I've been like I said, I really think about it. I'm like, okay, James, the comedy thing. I've been doing comedy almost 6 years now, right? 4 minutes. And when I look at it, I say, okay, where and how do you want to do this? And that's what I say. I take it. I want to learn certain aspects of the business. You know, putting on your shows, promoting them properly, and building that aspect of it. That also allows me to do the shit that I want to do when I want to do it, how I want to do it. All right. But you got to get good at that for that to only be the only thing that you do. You know, you got to be good.
For it to be like art centric, the art has to be fucking good.
It has to be good. And James, why rush the process for your art not to be good enough to sustain yourself? That's where I think you shoot yourself in the foot. It gets so far to this like now, instead of like develop, get stronger, and this area, do this. So like when people see it, they seem like, oh goddamn, how long has this guy been doing this? You know what I'm saying? And you're like, what? Because it's so much work that's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because when you get in your late 30s, like I'm like late 30s, dude, I gotta start thinking about like retirement. You know what I'm saying? Like future life. So if I figure out a way, okay, the only way I will know is if you're good enough in anything that you do, at a certain point it provides for you. Concentrate on that shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like concentrate on that's all I love, like James, and that's how when I'm on stage, I'll perform it, but then I'll be on stage and also I'll be like okay, James, test yourself on this. What you learn, test yourself with that. I record it so I can like go back and watch it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's nothing new. That's old school shit. But like it's the refining process. Like there's no such thing as the refining process when there is no refining process. If the final product is put out like in 2 seconds, then what time did you take to go back to like just sharpen this edge or smooth this part out or even make sure that like it looks right in a certain type of light? You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
the sculpture, like you can't Instagram a sculpture. You know what I mean? Like you take a picture, you go and do digital effects, but like people work with their hands, like sculpture or carpenters and stuff like that. You have to have it done properly. And I think that's like no one wants to do that. Like no one wants to be a carpenter unless they're like a hipster or some shit, or you know what I mean, like this is a cool thing to do. But like to have a true carpenter, you know what I mean, or a sculptor or a painter or like, you know, a good strong musician that takes years of practice where you can sample and do MPC shit, and that's all you gotta do, and then like have a little bit of talent, but like you're using the technology, you know, which I guess is a talent, you know what I mean? Like it's a talent to break down how they work, but different than like knowing how music work, and like I think that's what it is at the end of the day. It's like no one puts the time, effort, energy into something to get the proper result. Because to go back to like the Tupac shit, we listened to it and I was like, okay, well, there's a lot of like talent in that one room, like concentrating on this one thing, and years of talent. You know what I mean? Like worked out, like written stuff, or worked on different music or beats or whatnot, and to take it beyond just the hip hop thing, but like any like all like when's the last time you heard like a rock and roll song broke the top 20? You know what I mean? Like
I don't even.
it don't exist anymore. And I think that's because, well, it just fell out of the idea of somebody picking up a guitar and like taking the time to learn it. That really don't exist anymore. You know, like I just think that I think a lot of the stuff has fell away in that way. Not saying that back in the day was all this wonderful shit. You know what I mean? Big ass cell phones and like, you know what I mean? Like Blockbuster, you had to go to Blockbuster, which I thought, it's cool in a way, but like, it's not. Netflix is easier.
Oh yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, oh man. Plus, the cashier won't judge you. I mean, like, Netflix ain't gonna judge you. Well, I guess it has algorithms. So I guess it kind of is.
But you don't have to deal with it, judge.
Nah, you don't have to deal with it. You don't have to deal with the looks and shit.
Yeah.
They judge you. Judge me and shit. That's where they porno stores the same way. I mean, I'll purchase some crazy shit. So, like, for a Russian to look at you like this is pretty bad. But nowadays, the internet don't care. It's right there for you. 2 hours of Jay's conversations.
Wow, it. Yeah. Do you want to wrap up?
Yeah, we can wrap up. What's up?
Anything? You got the show coming up?
Got the show coming up on March 22nd at the Calico Room at 8 o'clock. That's 107 South Front Street, Wilmington, North Carolina. 28411. Right. Yes. You can just look. You can find it on the page.
It is. Yeah.
I think so. Man. I always like to put the address in there because, like, it's just a good thing. Or ILM or something, so people just may look it up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's downtown. It's like right on Front Street, so you can't miss it. I mean, unless you just not intending to come. But it's just hard. Like that's another thing when you promoting shows. I mean, you know how it is with music.
Yeah.
Like, shit. Oh yeah, man, I'll come and blah blah blah. And then it's like, okay, if they do that's amazing. But if they don't, it's like, well, fuck. Like, we're trying to do this.
What always got me is like the guest list. Like it was. Yeah. I'm mean about. I'm not mean about it. But like I don't even do like even if like I know that there's like spots. I'm like no. Like fucking
just pay.
Yeah.
I'm asking for $5. It's a $5 show. It's gonna be me and Tim Griffin and James R. Hustle, and there's also gonna be a little bit of music there. Is it Brandon Pierce? I'm sorry, the guy he plays for Energy Tank. I hate terrible. That's why that's the only reason why I use Facebook, because my name game is all terrible. Let me get this real quick. Sorry, Bradley Pierce for Energy Tank. He's got a setup where he can just, basically kind of like a one-man show. So it's gonna be pretty cool. It's JJtrecomedy Underground, and I've done the show like this quite a few times. I looked at, like I said, my time hosting them like at Gypsy is like me basically practicing my show for like 40 sometimes, so 50 sometimes, like that. I did about a year. So I was like, I like the combination of music and comedy and stuff. And then what I used to do there is like once a month, like just turn it to strictly kind of comedy, and then do the not open mic, but like an actual comedy show. And I like doing stuff locally. So that's why I like doing Calico Room. There's a few other spots I would love to bring the JJtrecomedy Underground. Shameless plug. I would like to bring it to a few other venues and switch up. Because I usually just do it with like a hip hop. And then one time in the summertime at Gypsy with Giant Robot Academy, isn't it? Yeah. Andy and them band.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, but before they were not well, Josh is the lead singer of the band.
Oh,
Creekwood Jason.
Yeah.
Creekwood Jason. I know they're not together anymore, but like at least the band is, I guess not. I think they do other projects together or something. But make a long story short, that was a good turnout because there's a good mix. A good mix of that comedy. It was a guy who did some like acoustic work, really good, talented person. They played, of course, there was a little bit of hip hop in there. It's kind of like a elongated variety show, but like done with my crazy ass, kind of orchestrating it. So, and the stuff that I like doing, and that's kind of what JJtrecomedy Underground is. And we're gonna get back to, and I like to do that as much as possible because I just like doing music shows or being around music. Actually, I need to get back to Reggie's more and just like kind of camp out and try to see if I can hustle some stage time every now and then. But that's coming up. We're trying to Calico. This would be like the third or fourth month we did at Calico Room. Kind of want to do like a monthly there, and working on a few other things. I mean, always got something floating around. I can steal some stage time and make people laugh at dick jokes and shit. So,
fuck yeah.
That's a long-winded, man. I'm sorry.
No. I know exactly. Like, yeah. I want to do this more, and no one's gonna want to listen to me talk over and over again. Like, I definitely want to do this again with you.
Yeah, most definitely. I'm off on Mondays, and well, not off on Mondays, but early out on Monday, and Thursdays I'm off. Yeah, I would have did it last time I was drinking, so I was like, fuck that shit. And then that time I was like, he ain't driving that far.
Yeah, dude.
I forgot about it. Yeah.
No, I wasn't ready today. I'm definitely more ready today than I would have been last Thursday. But like,
at least it's recorded, and even though it's not podcast format, I mean, people can see video. I mean, if they want to watch the whole thing, that's good.
Yeah. No, I mean, I don't know. Is anybody gonna watch this whole thing? Like,
I don't know. See, with things like this, especially with I'm like, okay, if it's interesting, I'll watch it, or I'll watch chunks of it, and then like I move on. But on the internet, it's like 7 to 10, well, like 7 minutes is basically the attention span of a lot of people. But at the same time, I listen to podcasts, or I watch I do too. And that's all. I'm like, dude, that's hours or 2 hours of conversation.
If I'm driving or cleaning or anything like that, that's I spend a lot of time by myself. I'm either by myself with or I'm on a college campus when I'm like terrified to fucking talk. Like, it's kind of like you ever seen
Children of Corn?
22 Drunk Street?
Yeah.
When he's like calling everybody like fags and stuff, and they're like, "Whoa, dude, he is gay." Not that I'm going, not that I'm like,
like you're out of touch with like.
But like, yeah, I just feel like I'm gonna be like, I'm gonna be too abrasive for everybody. Like, I just, you know what I mean?
It's something different, man. But I think the only saving grace I have right now, because I haven't been to school in a long time. Like, shit, left school in 2005. You know what I mean? So Like I couldn't imagine being on a college campus. I have to work with like college age kids a lot. You know what I mean? Like I'm at work. I mean, I deliver fucking pizzas, so I'll be like everybody else. They're in college and shit. They're younger, so I'm like, but I have to like and to listen to it somehow. I'm like, I got two approaches. I could be like that mean, ugly old guy. Bad guy, you know, understand the generations and all that shit. Or I could be like the cool dude that kind of like comes in and out and say shit and like, oh, that's James, and then like I walk away and then smoke weed with him in the back or something. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's the common ground. Marijuana. It's a common ground with any situation. I don't know. I can see your point though, like walking around the college.
Yeah, I know what the fuck's going on. Everybody, shit. All the women, like, they all want to look like everyone looks fucking 26. I know not everybody's fucking 26, not 26 because there's people that are like in their mid to like 30s. There, it's fucking community college. There's people that are like this fucking high school girls that are like 17, 18 years old, and everybody they have like the special effects fucking makeup on, and everybody looks the same fucking age. I'm just like, I'm just not talking to anybody. I'm just not gonna talk to anybody.
Like you gotta get some ideas on the way of verifying that shit real quick. You can get one of like the little app they get for like the bar or bouncers and just like I don't know what to tell you on that one, dude. Like, yeah, you're right.
I got a kid. If there's another woman in my life anytime soon, it's fucking gonna be an accident. Like, I'm definitely not trying to do that shit. I got like enough. If I got like my own shit, I got like a baby shit to fucking figure out.
Make some weight. Yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna tell you, man. I don't know. College shit. God damn. I don't know, man. Like, especially downtown in Wilmington. Like it's hard to have a conversation with a lot of people around that motherfucker. You know what I mean? But then again, like I'll go and I'm gonna wrap it up, but like I'll go to like Food Lion and like no motherfucker like the cash like this is cashiers don't have to communicate now, I guess, with the customers. Is that a thing? I don't know.
Yeah, no, it's
weird.
Yeah, because I was one of my first jobs as a cashier, and like that was like one of the things, like you gotta talk to people so they'll fucking come back and like write shit.
I'm like, they're like this, and if you gotta tell, I'm like not all the time, but like I'm like at least sociable. I'm like, hey, man, you ain't going good at it. And then like candy bar, it's nickels. But like there's no interaction. And I'm trying not to go like, cause I don't mind saying shit. Like I don't mind like addressing the elephant in the room and just like pointing it out. But I'm noticing, and it's not like any ethnicity or anything like that. It's just like a certain age, and it's like they don't have to communicate.
Yeah, because we don't.
Yeah. I'm like, this
but we
is
should.
Weird. Yeah, kind of should. I mean, like, because I'm a customer.
Yeah.
And that's your job, because you're dealing with people. Unless I don't mind going self-checkout, but then I still have to do it. That should be fucked up.
No. It's self-checkout's gotten good. It's gotten better. I used to hate it because it fucking broke every time I used it. Like,
yeah.
I'm just trying to fucking like I wouldn't go in there with like a whole cartload of shit, but it would be like I'm just buying like the 3 things that I need. I'm in a hurry. That's why I'm using the self-checkout, and like it fucking breaks, and like they gotta.
I have a cheat code for that. I just show incompetence. Who can you help me? And I just get them to help me. I mean, and it's not that I don't know how to do it, but I still like to like I'm the kind of person like I'll have a bank account so I can go talk to the teller, because I had my first bank account when I was like 15 years old or something. You know what I mean? Like that's like in my mind, even now in the future. The smartphones and internet shit.
Yeah.
It's just like that is like these times, like certain parts of the day where you can interact with somebody. And then like just this like that little thing nowadays is kind of interesting. But like you said, walking around the college campus, I don't know what like a lot of the generation, and then like they're all in their little worlds and shit. Like,
yeah,
I don't know what to do. And it's early 20s shit, so like you don't know what you're doing. I don't know. I just leave them off alone. Party at my house.
Yeah. No, I think that's what's wrong with the fucking world today. It's just human like people forgot how to fucking talk to each other.
Yeah, they fucking fuck that. Yeah. Shame on me for wanting to have a conversation with another human.
Yeah.
I don't talk to you. You talk to your dog. Why don't you talk the same way you talk to your dog? Talk to me like a human. You know what I mean? Like you have an interaction with an animal. Even and I understand they understand feelings and they may have a great personality, but the motherfucker can't talk to you. You know what I mean? Like it cannot say anything to you.
Yeah.
It may love you unconditionally, but it cannot say shit.
You ever heard someone talking in the next room and you're like, what's that? And they're like, I wasn't talking to you. I was talking to the dog. I was like,
yeah, the dog ain't talking. No,
like,
no. And then the dog can hear. Like I hear the shit that you're saying, and I don't want to hear what you're saying. So what do you think that dog is saying? You know what I'm saying? Like the dog. But I guess that's another. Like people, they're more comfortable with that. Because the dog is not going to put them down. The dog is going to just pretty much, you know, come on, like that's cool. I mean, like, I think some people just want to be right. I don't know. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's just, I don't get it. I see the shit, and then I saw something cool yesterday, and I was like, I don't want a dog. But it was like a German Shepherd, no collar, nothing, walking around the house, and I looked at that house is abandoned. You know, they left the dog there or not. Oh, it's shit. Like I'm never gonna know the answer to this question.
Yeah, like, was it like a stray dog? Was it?
It didn't look like he looked like he was well fed, but like judging by like the scenario, the fence kind of open, so the dog is like going inside. I'm like, I think they abandoned this dog in house. Like, god damn. Now that's some dirty shit. Like that's fucked up.
Yeah.
But I see if that, and it probably what the dog could have just ran away from another house, and now I created this whole scenario where this dog is a poor fucking dog, but he got a whole loving family, and the dog is missing. Because the whole point I was like, okay, I steal that dog and still make it be my dog. It's from the country. You understand that? Like that's how you get dog. The dog just a stray dog. Now it's your dog. I don't know the rules of torch was, but. I'm going by country rules. Don't take that over the dog.
No, I had a dog like that. Yeah, it's like this is our dog now.
Yeah, it's our dog. Yeah. I mean, what you gonna say? It's a German Shepherd. How many German Shepherds are in America? Like, really get mad at it. They fucked up, though. I wouldn't take the white dog. That'd be terrible.
Oh yeah, no, the dog we got. It was dipped in oil and had like a chips bag on its head. It was just like, what the fuck.
Well, that's a fucked up situation. Yeah.
So
why would you even do some shit like that?
I don't know. Yeah, there's fucking miserable people in the world. Like if you're out there and you're fucking miserable, like just fucking do some like. If you're doing mean shit, you're just gonna be even more miserable. Like cut that shit out.
Yeah, especially doing some little crazy shit like that.
Yeah.
You need to get kicked in your private area. That's what need to happen. Over and over again, repeatedly. Not just one time we stop. Just over. And then oil dipped on you, and then a Lay's potato bag. I'm gonna eat the Lay's potato chip bag in front of you, then put it on your face.
I believe it was a Lay's, but it was Fritos.
It was Fritos.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
Damn it.
Fuck.
It was so stupid. But anyway, I will see you next time.
Awesome. Thank you.
No problem. I figured, yeah. I wish it.